Hello and welcome to this quick overview of how to use the new Dentistry portfolio. We're going to take you through the submission of your first PDP review as an overview of each of the stages up to submitting the forms to your personal tutor. The Dentistry portfolio is replacing the old forms A, B, C, D, which you might have previously printed off from Mol 2 and then scribbled on and gone along to your personal tutor and had photocopied. This is a fully electronic system replacing that whole thing, so no more printed forms. The first you'll know about the Dentistry portfolio is you will receive an email from it telling you that your tutor review is now due. When you get that email, you'll find in there a link to the portfolio website, and when clicked it will take you to this page. So the first thing to do is to sign in using your usual username and password. For this example, we've used a dummy account, so we're not showing any private information. When you first sign in, you will see a yellow box at the top of the screen saying your tutor meeting is due and update my forms. So that's what we're going to do first. You'll see a green panel in the middle of the screen, and this represents the old forms A, B, C, D in the paper-based system. The first one, number 1, is your profile information. So we're going to click on your profile information, and you will see, in this case we've pre-filled it because the students used the form before, but if you scroll down you'll see that your email and your name are all pre-filled. You can fill in a nickname if your full name is not how you want to be known. I'm a Christopher and I might want to be known as a Chris. And then you go down and fill in your academic achievements, your work experience and some interest, and it's important that you separate your interests by a comma so that the database can pick them out later on. The final box at the bottom is your CV, and you can upload a Word document of your CV into the system, because it's important that you keep your CV current as you go through your course, and your personal tutor will then be able to download the CV from the system when you submit the forms to them. If you've previously submitted your CV, it will tell you when you last updated it, so you can see if it's getting a bit out of date, because it's an easy thing to forget to do. Another thing about filling in the forms is to not copy and paste pre-filled text from Microsoft Word. That brings a load of hidden characters with it that upsets the portfolio. So it's best to type straight into the portfolio or use the text editor instead. When you're happy with your entry, you can add it to review. You can also save it as a draft if you want to save the progress you've got to so far and come back later and finish it. Maybe you've not finished your CV or you need to find a picture of yourself. But when you're happy, press Add to Review, and box 1 will be ticked off. So we can go back to update our forms now, and you can see that number 1 has got a tick after it, so we've completed it. So let's move on to number 2, which is the tutor meeting form, which is the old form C. So to save some time, we're going to copy and paste information into the boxes just to show you how to do it. So the questions are exactly the same as you're used to. So what is the most enjoyable part of my course? What's the part you found least enjoyable, and areas you need to concentrate on. We've also made some little changes to how you might want to transfer information of difficulties to your personal tutor. So you'll see the ready pink box across the middle of the screen. If you tick that, another box appears and you can type in any concerns that you might want to make your personal tutor aware of. Okay, here they are. So we've got some noisy neighbours that it might be affecting our study. When you put text in this box, your personal tutor will also have this box highlighted for them, so there's no way they can miss it. And the other thing that happens is if your personal tutor does not respond to your submitted forms within a couple of weeks, the Director of Student Affairs will be made aware that your form has an issue in it, and your personal tutor will be reminded to see you. So hopefully if you fill this box in, action will happen. Finally, any other comments or issues that you might like to make your personal tutor aware of before the meeting, maybe you can give them some information and they can do a bit of homework for you if you like before you turn up. We're happy, so we're going to add this now to our review. So that's number 2 ticked off. Number 3 is goals, and this is the old Form D. We've already got a pre-existing goal, and you'll see them because the dates for them are set by you, so you might have goals running between tutor meetings. We're going to add a new goal now, and our goal is going to be reading around our subject. So we'll paste that in. Now, actually that's not a good goal to set, because ideally you want to set a goal that is a measurable objective, so something you can put a tick next to and provide some evidence to say you've done. So rather than reading around our subject, we're going to say that we're going to access university resources to help you learn about reading around your subject. And we're going to put in the box about how we're going to achieve this goal, some university resources that were suggested to us by our personal tutor, and then we're going to set a date sometime in the future that's reasonable for us to have done this. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to set the 30th of March and save this goal. All right. Now, any pre-existing goals that we've got in the system, we are marked as in progress. If we've now completed them, we can edit that goal and scroll down, and we can either mark the goal as complete, in which case we'll be asked to say how this goal has helped us and provide some evidence about what we did to complete it. So it could be we can say we definitely visited these sites, or I went to the library, or I've done this or done that. If the situation has changed since you set your goal, you can press not applicable. It's not possible to delete a goal, so you must complete it or say it's no longer applicable. So we're going to say we're going to go back to our page, not going to save that one. So we're now going to add all our goals to the review. So that's our Form D now completed. And we're going to review and submit those forms prior to sending them to our personal tutor electronically. So once you've submitted your forms, you'll be prompted to review and submit them. So on this screen, you'll see a preview of all the information that's going to go to your personal tutor. So scan through it, check everything is as you expect for typos and spelling mistakes and things. If you are happy, you can press submit my review. If you're not, you can press back and go and edit it and then submit it again. So we're going to press submit my review. You're asked if you're really sure, press yes. And there are our forms submitted. You'll receive a yellow bar at the top of the screen that says thank you for submitting your review, and what happens now is your tutor receives an email from the portfolio saying that you've sent your forms, and they've got a link much like you had, and when they click on it they can see them. You will also see on the screen that your tutor has not marked this review as complete yet, and that's the red bar. And what that means is if you've met, your tutor should mark them as complete at the conclusion of your meeting so that it's signed off with the school. If they don't do that, you can see that on this page, and maybe you could prompt them to do that if it's a long time after your meeting has occurred. Once you've finished, log out. It's probably also worthwhile sending a separate email to your personal tutor suggesting times to meet to back up the portfolio request.